This video will show how to deal with the error opening DWG Host application error that can occur while trying to import a DWG file into AGi32. The problem usually starts with the error message you see here, which occurs at startup, telling that there are missing DLLs. Now, as you can see in the message, it suggests rebooting the computer, and that may fix the problem or part of the problem, but you can still get this message here, the actual error opening DWG Host application, when you actually try to go and import a DWG file. To deal with the problem, we need to get into the Windows environment path variables. I'm going to start here in Windows 7 and show you how to get into the correct dialog. It's similar in Windows 8 and Windows 10. I'll go through those quickly and finish on Windows 10 and continue on through this process once I get there. In Windows 7, it's probably the easiest. You come down here in the lower left to the Start button, click it, choose Control Panel. In the Control Panel, choose System and Security. And then in here, choose System. Opens this. Click on Advanced System Settings. And then finally in the System Properties, here's this Environment Variables button. Click that, and this is the dialog that you need to be in right here. Next, in Windows 8, we're down here in the lower left, clicking the Windows icon, which opens this. Go up here to the Search and type in Control Panel. And here it is right here. Click on Control Panel, and now it looks very similar to Windows 7. Click System and Security, click System, Advanced System Settings, and then in System Properties down here the Environment Variables, and there's the dialog we're after again. And finally, here we have Windows 10, and you've got the Windows logo, but you don't need to click on that because your search box is right next to it. So click in the search box and type in Control Panel. And the very first item in the list is the Control Panel desktop app. Click on that. And then, like the other operating systems, click System and Security, System, Advanced System Settings, and then finally this Environment Variables button here. Okay, so what we're interested in here is this path variable. And if I edit this, the string text I have in this variable value is not all that long because this is a virtual machine with really nothing but AGI installed on it. But let me pop up this image here. This is from my main computer where I have a lot more installed, and I've highlighted at the bottom, in this case, the 3 items that have lighting analysts in them, and you can see they're separated by a semicolon. But it's these 3 paths that are at the end of this list that are important. Now, the fact that they are at the end of the list is part of the problem. This list of paths here builds on itself, and anytime you install a new program that needs a path added to Windows, it just appends this list, which gets longer and longer and longer. But Windows also has a restriction on the number of characters it can read in this dialog. So if you've got a lot of programs installed and AGI installs later and puts this stuff at the end, Windows can then never get to reading it, and then when you try to open up or do CAD import, it never loaded the necessary items to be able to access the CAD import stuff that it needs. And that's where the error opening DWG Host application error comes into play. Now, it is possible to move the AGI stuff further up in the list so it loads earlier. The problem with doing that is that the list is still as long as it is, and that just bumps other programs' path information further down the list, and then you may have a problem with those. So there's another solution, but it requires adding a variable at a user level. So if there are multiple users on this machine, you will need to add this new user variable for every user on the machine. If it's just you, then you only have to do this one time. So I'm back here in the Edit System Variable dialog, and I'm going to copy this information here so you can see all the text, and it makes it a little easier. Cancel out, do a new rich text document, open that up, and paste. So as you can see, I don't have a whole lot here, and in fact I only have C program files, lighting analyst, blah blah blah. There it is, EOS DWG 2013. That's the one that's failing to load, but you can see we have another one here for the shared folder, and the last one is for the CPM folder. Copy these three items like I have done here. I've selected them. I'm going to copy again. I'll minimize this, and now back here in the environment variables, and again, see this says user variables as opposed to system, we're going to add a new one, and we'll call it path, and then we paste into this cell, and I'm going to hold down Control and press V to paste, and paste this whole path into this variable value cell. Click OK, and now this path will load when AGI loads, when Windows starts up, and it doesn't have to get through that entire list that I showed you earlier. If you do this and then start up AGI again, chances are almost 100% that you will no longer get the error opening DWG Host application message. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.